Full marks for the celebration as well. Haaland sits down almost in a sort of meditation pose by Owen. As Joe Shannon said there, you would expect that to be the first of many goals. And he's in my fantasy team, so happy days.
Yeah, man. I heard somebody said he wouldn't score goals this season, and I just think that is ridiculous. It's Man City, they create chances, and he's proven. So, it was a bad boy penalty, by the way.
Yeah, look, after missing a couple of chances in the Community Shield, people are questioning him, as you said. I think he'll score 25 plus goals this season. I really do. And what better way to start? Get a penalty. You're stepping up, you're taking a penalty. I think last year a lot of people, Kevin De Bruyne was the penalty taker. I think he'll be main man. When he's on, he'll be penalty taker. And that, as you said, what a penalty that was.
You think he'll get a hat-trick this afternoon? You called it before kick-off. 2 more goals and you'll be proved right.
Yep. I should have put something on it, but I didn't. I'm not a gambling man myself, but... No, I just think he will score goals, and I think he'll be hungry after missing a few chances in the cup game the other day, and he's shown already great movement. And in the Community Shield, you show the movement he had, and Kevin De Bruyne, and they weren't quite on the same wavelength, and that's understandable because he's new. Soon as they do, it's going to be frightening, and it started already. Penalty, lovely way to get off the mark. You'll know that, Bayo. Lovely way to get off the mark. Just little, not simple penalty, but he made it look simple. Yeah. And I think it won't be the last goal he scores today.
Before we crack on with the show, as a Liverpool fan, are you okay with the surroundings? It's not too hot, it's not too cold in the studio, the floor's not too dry.
Oh, no, we bless us Liverpool players. Trust me, like us Liverpool players, us Liverpool fans. I said players because I'm part of it. We passionate. Don't come for me because I know you said you got a headache, and I know why you got a headache. You can't come for Liverpool. You can't come. Anyway, hey,
I'm just wondering if you have a bad performance, you're going to blame the state of the studio.
No. What he said, see now, he just said, look, the grass was dry. And it was very hot. They tried it. I think they only watered it once. You know what I'm saying? He just said, look, the way we like to play, slick passing, movement. He was just showing. But he first came out and said, nah, man, it was poor. Our mentality was poor. He came out and he said that. And for anybody that's watched Liverpool, it was complacent. That's what it was. It felt like we was going to turn up and beat Fulham. So, but listen, man, don't come for Klopp, brother. Don't come for Klopp.
It's deflecting at the moment, Cook. Let's talk about the real story today.
Cooksy, how are you, my brother?
I did get a migraine after commentating that Manchester United game. I'm sure it was a coincidence. But listen, we got stacks of United fans who want to have their say. I'll just say my piece very quickly. I went in today with a bit of trepidation because it wasn't that long ago that Brighton absolutely smashed United at the Amex. We know that they're a very well-coached team. Graham Potter, for me, is a terrific manager who gets the maximum out of his players. Obviously, they've lost 2 key players in Yves Bissouma and Cucurella. You wondered how that would disrupt them. It didn't disrupt them at all. He got the formation and the tactics absolutely spot on. I thought Caicedo in midfield, who is the heir to the Bissouma throne, was absolutely terrific. So 4 marks to Brighton. But the question I asked right at the top of the programme is, who do we blame for Manchester United getting off to a losing start? And actually... well done for the seagull sound effects.
Well done.
It's the first time since 1973 that Manchester United have lost the final game of one season and then lost the first game of the new season. So that's an unwanted record for Erik ten Hag right at the start of his tenure. Do we blame the manager? And I think the team selection was a bit odd today. I understand that he was trying to make a statement when it came to Cristiano Ronaldo, someone who clearly hasn't been behaving as someone who wants to stay at the football club, so he's left him on the bench. He's made that point. Eriksen in the false number 9. I thought he was brilliant, Eriksen, but that's not his best position. And the fact he ended up playing in the second half as almost a deep-lying midfielder and trying to orchestrate proceedings from there sums that up. I think Rashford should have probably played through the middle if he wanted to go down that route. McTominay and Fred in midfield. I didn't understand that because Donny van de Beek has played every pre-season friendly. I expected him to start and he didn't. So that worried me. So I think that there is a bit of responsibility on Ten Hag. He then waits until 5 minutes into the second half to bring on Ronaldo. Why not do it at half time? He made a triple alteration at the start of stoppage time that just checkered any momentum that Manchester United had, and that allowed Brighton just to manage the game as they did quite well at times. Is Ronaldo to blame for his histrionics? I don't think they've helped the situation. I don't think they've helped the recruitment drive. But ultimately for me now, if you look at the managers that have come in since Sir Alex retired, and I listed them at the start of my commentary, we had David Moyes, Van Gaal, Mourinho, Solskjaer, the club legend, Rangnick, and now we're on to Ten Hag. The main reason that nobody has been able to really turn around United's fortunes is because of the ownership. And you look at the race for the top 6 this season. Tottenham have backed their manager. Arsenal have spent big again. Chelsea are trying to spend big. They're finding it difficult, but the willingness is there on behalf of Todd Bowley. Manchester City have signed Erling Haaland, who's off the mark already. Liverpool have got Darwin Núñez in for big money. The only club that haven't really backed their manager are Manchester United. And until that happens, until there are at least 3, maybe 4 new signings coming through the door, Ten Hag is basically at a loss. You know, he's asked to polish rough diamonds. You're not going to get a tune out of Fred and McTominay as a midfield partnership. That is not a midfield that could possibly finish in the top 4. They don't really have an alternative option to Ronaldo up front. Martial was injured today. Rashford still looks devoid of confidence. Jadon Sancho didn't get in the game at all today. That's an £80 million player. They need more bodies in the building. They need De Jong. Go and get him. Stop messing about with Barcelona. If they want another £17 million to pay his deferred wages, you might have to bite the bullet. Because already, weekend 1, Manchester United are falling behind. They were there today, the Glazers. They're watching their empire crumble before their eyes. And unless they spend significant money, Manchester United have got no chance of getting into the top 4. Erik Ten Hag, who's a good coach, has got no chance of being a success. So for me, it's not on Ten Hag, it's not on Ronaldo, it's not even on Fred and McTominay. It's not Fred's fault he's rubbish. It's the owners.